Hello, everybody, and
We're all gonna
welcome.
die.
Yeah, maybe. It'll be fine, I'm sure. Anyways, hello, and welcome to Indoor Adventures, specifically, the Four Keeps. Sweet Christmas. I hate the holidays for one reason and one reason specifically, and that's because it kept me from being able to play with my friends continuously like every week that I want to, which is dumb, and I don't like it. But now we don't have any holidays holding us back. Not for nows and not probably for like another year, unless there's some other like really stern Monday holiday that I'm absolutely forgetting about. But even then, I don't think next year will be as rough.
Sometime in September, I'm disappearing to go see Granny RJ.
That's fine. We'll just make sure that we don't have a special guest that you would end up missing during that time. It's only January. Nobody can hold me to this promise.
Promise.
All right, but I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been donating bits already going into the show. Thank you so much. We got a new follower or a new subscriber / patron while like right before the show, not even an hour before the show. So I wanted to say to Joseph Timmis, thank you for being a patron and a sub. It's really nice. I appreciate it.
And on Monday nights,
Yes.
we don't have anything to go on.
No, there's no...
Oh wait, I got it.
Where are your
Do it.
pills?
Yay! Normally, rattlesnakes denote danger, but here on Indoor Adventures, that's the most dangerous rattlesnake of all. Friendship. Oh, I guess health works too. Anyways, I would like to say thank you to everybody who's come by and shown their support. We are currently on podbean.com/the Podbean app on Android and iOS if you want to check out our backlog of stuff there. We are also on YouTube, Twitch. All of us have Twitters that are all displayed here, and we will let you know where those are at the end of the show. There's also a Patreon that you can come and join, which today I released a new patron reward, which was a write-out of the New Gear's Day adventure that is never... I've run it multiple times, but I've never actually run it for the channel live, which is weird. Because I literally have run, like, personally, I've run this adventure multiple times. I love it, but never on this channel. So, I would like to say, you guys are being incredible with the bits, and this is nuts, so thank you. But, for keeps! So, last time we left off, Caelum, you had helped Cori to write a letter to Cori's parents and sent your Tezzeret, or your Tresem, I believe? Tresemme. Yes. You sent your winged cat through a fairy ring into the Feywild, so that way Coriander could get in touch with her parents in that given opportunity. Pursuing the runt axe, the axe that Gwen had been after for quite some time, you guys continued out of the forest that was near Silt Creek, a forest that you guys had thought you had cleaned out of many cave fissures, and for a while you had, until on your way to Marrisvil you passed more of these cave fissures passing you by, heading back towards the forest. Eventually you found the fissure in the earth that led to the cave fissure's nest primary, seeing as that is how, with the confirmation of one Eulalian Greyskull, the spirit that resides in tandem with Gwen, you guys had figured that that this axe had fallen through the fissure and into a mine below. Upon entering this mine, you ended up meeting with a very strange talking dwarf, who eventually invited you all to come and enjoy a drink with him and his fellow miners up in a bar. As the dwarven mines in this area all had different bar stations, so that way the dwarves could remember the mines better. And as you guys were enjoying these drinks, Blake lit his crossbow and in some serious Hitman fashion just brought it up and shot and pinned this guy up against the wall, where his body began to congeal into a liquidy white mass, only to reform, kind of shedding out these dwarven skeletons, just coming up at you as this large gelatinous form. It was at that time that in two different instances within the same moment that you both, everyone in this group, experienced the joys of Santar for the first time, at least in this capacity. Gwen, you ended up meeting another Goliath, which was rad. Cori, you ended up absorbing the spirit of the holidays within yourself, gaining a new season, a new seasonal form. As well as getting some kisses on a tiefling boy named Hubris, which 'tis the season. Then Blake, you had finished your quest. That it was making sure that you took care of a ginger witch named Zingabar, and you and Caelum both saw your puppy Cybra grow very, very quickly right before your eyes. Although it was more of like a quick back and forth. As when you left, Cybra was but a wee pup, and when you came back, she was a full doggo. And as Santar returned you back to your time, Caelum, you still have this large wolf papoosed to your chest. And that is where we are going to pick up. So I would like for everybody to roll initiative, as Blake had actually rolled a crit against this large, gooey creature.
Oh my god.
Post whamps.
11.
All right.
18.
8.
Is it back to normal, Caleb?
How? How?
I was fine last week.
You were.
All right, so Cori, what'd you get?
11.
How do you get 0 every goddamn time?
I
Gwen,
didn't get 0 last week though.
Gwen, what did you get?
17.
Okay.
18.
18. That's still just preposterous, and I love it. So then this creature.
We're gonna have a live game, and it's gonna happen. And you're all just gonna stare like. Fuck.
So,
We got time until Gen Con.
Yeah, we got time.
God, what was it? I'll
Gwen, heal yourself.
I have a message in for the Knights of the Courtyard later when we get to it, but it's on a note. I can't remember what it was now, but it had something to do with Caelum rolling only once.
Oh.
Yep, I have a note. It's just not here, so it's not really that helpful. So
Statistic improbability of me running.
right.
Just on that, though. Nothing else.
Okay,
Just-
so
Oh.
Gwen, you are going to be going first in the round, and you can see that there is indeed this large gooey creature now looking directly at you, and you can see that there are long strings of this white ooze that seem to be connecting a dwarven figure that is down the hallway that is turned around to look at you, as well as another dwarven figure that you were sitting directly across the table from. And in this moment, with a very loud thud and clutter, as well as a you look over and you can see that where Cybra was a puppy just previously, she is now a big pupper, seemingly somehow attached to Caelum's chest.
Oh god.
Oh, God, what happened? And I'm going to I would like to tiny rage, please.
Okay.
And then I will throw my hand axe at the dude. Please.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up to it too. Well, no, I'm gonna throw my hand axe at it and then run up to it.
Okay.
Excuse me, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
I haven't played this character in so long. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's 8 damage.
Okay. So that puts you there.
So what am I hitting?
So you said that you were hitting one of these duders, yeah? Because
Yes.
there is a giant, large, white, gooey form, and then there are 2 dwarfs that are connected to this. So you were hitting one of the dwarves?
Yes.
If you are throwing your axe, you're probably going to want to throw it at the one that is down the hall.
Sure.
Okay.
I will do that.
All right.
And then I'll run up to the one that's closer. Yeah. In a tiny rage.
And Skull of Sun, thank you, or Skull of Sun, thank you for the follow.
Yay.
Yeah, so you... All right, so you are raging. You just attacked that guy. You're running down upon him. All right, so then next up is the creature. You hear in common bubbling up from this centered mass that seems to be echoing from these 2 dwarves as they each say, "We just wanted to go home." And then you see that one of them, the dwarf that is actually standing next to this large form, also breaks down into this pool of liquid, and then reforms into a taller shape of what looks to be almost elven in nature. It has very angular features. You can see that it has sharper ears as these features just kind of form from this white mass. And it is going to reach its arm out and extend it towards Blake. So you can just see that its arm just sort of Terminator 2 style liquefies out. So Blake, you are going to... That's a natural 1. So you don't have to do anything. You're fine. Okay.
This creature did take fire damage.
Yes, this creature did take fire damage.
I did peek, and I know that does something.
Yeah, it has disadvantage, but I rolled a nat 1. So there's not much lower I can go. But thank you. Thank you for the reminder. It has been a while since we've looked at these things. So, Blake, it is actually going to then, you see these, inside of this large white form, you actually see what looks to be almost like a dragonborn face. And then it extends its mouth down, and you are going to make a wisdom saving throw.
$23.
Okay. That succeeds. Alrighty, so... Yep. That's fine. You don't take half damage or anything. It's good.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. Nice.
What
All right.
happens?
Nothing for now. Yep. So then next up is going to be Cori.
All right. So this thing is starting to confuse her because it's now talking to us, which is different than normal. Shoot. See, here's the thing. When we get like 5 weeks to prepare for a fight, I go, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill this thing so hard. And all of a sudden it's all like, but woo. And I'm like, ah!
But my goopy boy.
It's a goopy boy. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spam my paladin ability to detect evil and good.
All right.
Which I always have to check. Divine sense. I know whether or not it's celestial, fiend, or undead.
It is neither of those things. And it is also
None
not
of
a
those
fae, because you also get fae from your Oath of the Ancients.
Right. Okay. So it's obviously not an elf. I'm going to face step right next to it, sword
Okay.
out, shield out, like ready to defend if I need to. But I am going to try and charm it with my face step if I can. See if that's possible.
Yeah, the effects of your face up kind of wash over it, and it just instead kind of like turns its form to you. And you hear just kind of one of the, like, you see a bubble kind of rise up in the goo, and as it pops, you just hear a single word, just host.
Oh, fuck. Okay. And Cori's gonna be like, did you kill those dwarves?
Is that, you're just asking it?
Yeah, that's it. That's
Okay.
my action, bonus action, that's it.
All right. So next up is going to be Blake.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to invoke my Blood Maledict. Blood Curse of the Marked on this Oblex.
Icky. Well, I
We're,
just
we're
can't
not
have
blessed
any-
or anything, are we?
No.
Cool. That's double the dice. Cool. 4.
Away!
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does. Roll for damage.
Cool. So that was 10 points. No, 13 points of piercing damage and 6 points of fire damage.
Okay. So that was 10 and 6?
Yes.
Okay.
13 and 6.
Okay, got it. Sounds good. Now it's a disadvantage again. Yeah. Okay. So then it is Caelum's turn.
Cam's like struggling to pull himself off of Cybra and like gets the papoose off his head and just rolls over her, shields up, and then casts Bless at level 2, targeting Blake, Cori, Gwen, and Cybra.
Okay. What does that do?
Bless, you roll a d4
Okay,
against an attack roller saving throw.
Badass. Okay, so then next up is going to be, unless, did you have any bonus actions you wanted to do?
He's just gonna interpose himself between like Big Pupper and Ublex.
Okay, sounds good. Next up is going to be Gwen.
All right, Gwen. Are we killing it?
Yes.
Awesome. I would like to use my reckless attack, please.
Okay.
Which is a 17, 23, 22 to hit on the dude who's still in front of me, right? Or did he not? Did he disappear?
No, he's still there. His body is still there.
Okay.
We were doing
So then,
22 to hit? Yeah, it totally hits.
oh, I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. And that does 5 points of damage. And then with my offhand, I would like to do my second attack. Ooh, that's not great. Plus a d4. 14.
Okay.
Does 14 hit?
Yes. 14
Sweet.
just hits.
Oh shit, I didn't roll. I rolled the wrong dice for the other one. So that's 10 points of damage.
Okay, so it was 10 on the second strike. How much on the first?
5.
Okay. Sounds good.
And as I slice into this duder, I say, by the power of Grayskull! As Grayskull emerges from the ether.
All right. Yeah, and just has his arms superimposed, and as he does, he comes down and just, all right, let's fucking bring it. All right. So next up is going to be the creature's turn. So Gwen, this creature is actually going to, as the dwarf that is standing next to you, you see it actually rear back with one of its hands and just swipe out against you. And as it does, you watch as its hand turns into like this large club-shaped thing.
So it got disadvantage from him, but it has advantage from me because of my because I recklessly attacked it. So it's a straight roll.
Yes. So, does a 14 hit you?
Hits my armor class.
Okay, so then that is going to be
Do your bludgeoning damage, bitch.
8 points of bludgeoning damage,
Cool.
followed by 3 points of psychic damage.
Ow! The fuck was that?
And then,
Just kind of just rubbing your temple.
Cori, make a wisdom saving throw.
Was I blessed?
Yes.
I get blessed for saving throws?
You get a D4.
Coo. I'm gonna need it. Because that is 6.
Question.
Yes.
My ancestral protector, it says when they attack, and when a target hits a creature other than you, the creature has resistance to the damage dealt by the attack. That's only for melee attacks?
No, I don't think so.
No, it'd be melee, ranged, and spells.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is not an attack, though. This is an ability.
Okay.
Yes.
Just
Also, is this a charm effect against me?
This is not.
Okay, just checking.
Yep.
I get advantage against charming effects.
I know you do, because you're a goddamn elf.
That's me.
But you are going to take 12 points of psychic damage,
Ouch.
and you are now considered memory drained.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Yes. So, while you are memory drained, you must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from any ability check or attack roll that you make.
You got anti-blessed.
I got anti-blessed. I'm both blessed and anti-blessed.
Yes.
What could this mean? Do I roll both?
Yeah, you would roll both.
Oh shit, I've got to find myself a different color D4.
All right, next up is Cori.
Oh shit! No, I'm not ready. Okay. All right. I've officially been attacked, and so I shall attack back.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with my anti-bless, and then I'll roll my bless.
Sure.
All right. So right now that is a. I gotta do math now. That's a 14 minus 3 is 12 plus 3, which is 14.
Okay, 14 just hits.
Awesome. It does 5. No, not 5. 10 slashing damage.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna go ahead and add a smite on top of that because fuck
Ooh.
that. Fuck that. 9 radiant damage.
Dang.
Nah.
Yuck. Icky. Alrighty. So.
Now, what does memory drained mean for Coriander? Like.
So, memory drained for Cori at this point is that it's more like kind of sapping off your more youthful memories. So, like when you were in Caelum training school, that kind of thing. So that's why your abilities and attacks really aren't working out as well as they should.
Okay, that's the thing I'm sensitive about. Okay, I end my turn.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So next up is Blake.
I hate this. I hate all of this. Gonna attack. 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Blake is good at one thing. It's fucking up my monsters.
Oof. Not this turn. It's going to be 5 points of piercing damage and 2 points of fire damage.
Hey, man, that still hits that aversion to fire. Which is frustrating.
You gotta stop throwing things vulnerable to fire against us.
Look, maybe just stop being fiery people. Then my monsters would be real cool.
That's my one thing.
Shit!
That's all I got.
All right. So then did you have anything else that you wanted to do, Blake?
No.
All right, so Cybra is just going to go to the back, just not have anything to do with this. She knows better. So then next up is
Great.
Caelum.
I'm going to unleash a guiding bolt at level 1. Yay! Where's my cast button? There it is. That's cure wound. Let's not do that. Does a 15 hit?
15. Yes, that will hit.
Okay. 1, 5, 7, about 10, 12. Oh wait, no. Shit. 13 radiant.
Okay.
There we go. I can math proper.
Okie dokie. So,
And I'm gonna
what are you gonna do?
move on up to try and accost it.
Okay. Just get right up on it.
Yeah. Hey, you! Poke.
Okay.
Stop being mean to my friends.
And you see this elven figure kind of looks at you from the grouping of the goo people. So then next up is Gwen.
All right. Gwen is going to attempt to lay her axe in this duder again. And as she does so, she's going to say, is this the one I should be hitting?
You can see that all of these forms are actually glowing with the radiance of the guiding bolt.
All right. So since it was since you hit him with the bolt, I roll at advantage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't need to roll I don't need to reckless. I'm just gonna roll. Okay. Well, that was almost really bad. But it wasn't. So that's over 20.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and that's 8 points of damage, and then on my second, and it's just the first hit, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So on my second attack, that was not as good, so I'm gonna roll the blast. 7 plus 4 is not enough.
No. Alrighty.
But I'm angry.
Now I'm so mad! Alright, so it is this creature's turn. And so what it is going to do is that it is... Yeah, it's going to strike out against Blake again. Because it does not...
Alright.
It does not like all this fire. Just having a bad time with it. And there is somebody who's causing these problems for him.
It's me.
He's just trying to be a squishy boy. Wow, that's terrible because a 14 14 does not hit you.
Nope.
But make a wisdom save.
17.
Yeah, 17 saves. You are fine. Fuck. All right, Cori, it's your turn.
I attack again. This thing is scary. It made me forget about my training in the Feywild. All right. I also got a different D4. Hey.
Yay.
So, how's about a 16 plus net 2
Yeah, that'll hit.
plus... No, I can do math. 23 total. Thank you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll hit. Okay, so that's 6 slashing damage, and I'm gonna throw another smite on top of that.
Okay.
Because, seriously, 9 radiant damage.
Okay. That's good.
Death,
That's
creature,
solid.
death.
You will burn. It doesn't say that. But that's the
Well,
look
it
it's getting
does.
from Cori's eyes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he hunky.
You don't want me to burn.
Blake,
You won't like me when I'm angry.
it is your turn.
I am good for one thing. But not today. That is a natural 1 plus 3.
Not today. Right. So, Caelum. Oh, wait. Bonus action. Sorry. Unless you had one.
That's it.
Okay. Caelum.
I'm going to take the help action and help out Gwen's next attack so she gets advantage on it.
All right. Sounds good. So are you like trying to just like distract it with like just clanging your spear against your shield? Because like you're right up on it.
It's right up on it, so he's like poking it, and then like if there's flangey that try to strike her, he's gonna like try to block it to give her an opportunity to strike better.
Okay. Sounds good. So then next up is Gwen.
Thanks, dude. I say in half halfling.
I don't understand.
Oh shit! I don't need your advantage. No, I'm kidding. That's 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Will it?
Yeah, pretty sure. I could check again,
Woo!
but
Max damage. So it's 12 on that. And do I just get an advantage on my first hit still?
It's just the first hit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So second attack is 9 plus 4 is 13.
13 does not hit. So it is very upset at everything that's been going on. It had a good thing going before these 4 adventurers showed up. And you see, Gwen, that you kind of like see over to your side, and this elven figure raises up its hand, and forming from this ooze, you see this large great axe appear in their hands as it raises back and then swings out towards Blake. As Blake, it no longer has disadvantage against you.
Okay.
Yes,
first
it
of all,
does, bitch.
rude.
Oh, wait. Does it have disadvantage? Right.
It
Who did-
does.
It does because of...
Suck a dick.
Yeah, and a 13 will not strike out against you, but you just see that this whitish creature, this elven figure, does have what looks to be a great axe in their hand that's currently striking out. Cori, make another wisdom save.
I have bless and unbless from this, right?
Yes.
Bless and bane, technically. All right, this time it's a net minus from the blesses. What is my wisdom? Plus 2, 14, minus 1, 13?
13 is not enough to make the save. So, you are going to take 23 points of psychic damage.
Oh, okay. Hey.
As your forgotten memories, your memory drain dice increases from a D4 to a D6.
So remember when I said I've never been felled before?
Hey!
Oh no!
It happened, you guys. By 1 hit point.
Okay.
So Cori is down.
And it looks over at you, Caelum, and you can hear in Elvish, almost mimicking Cori's voice. Perhaps you'll be stronger than the last one. And then that is going.
Rage intensifies.
That is going to be. Cori. I'm going to need you to make a death saving throw, which is technically an ability for your D6 to come
If
from.
it's a saving throw, then she also could get a D4 on top of it.
Yeah, but a D6 is bigger than a D4, ain't it?
But it also has more probability of rolling low.
Oh, it'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
Oh, it does actually. Okay. Yeah.
Statistics.
13.
Okay.
All said and done.
Mark 1 save. All right. Next up, Blake.
I'm fucking pissed.
Because you have also heard Cori's voice emanate from this creature after it downed her.
Yeah. Same thing. God damn it. 11.
11 does not hit this creature.
Free action. Can I just drop the crossbow?
Yep.
I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna frantically reload it, and that's gonna be it.
Okay. Sounds good. Caelum, is your turn.
Yeah. That's gonna be something later. Bonus action, Blessing of the Raven Queen disappears from right next to Gwen, reappears next to Cori, takes a knee, shield up, and touches Cori like on the shoulder. Cure wounds at 2nd level. So that's 2d8. 8 plus 6. That's 12 plus my wisdom. 15 HP.
Thank you.
Okay.
If I had the cat, I wouldn't have to blessing over there.
All right. So, next up, Gwen.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm gonna kill this son of a bitch. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna reckless attack it.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Death Step whamps. Whamp, 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 whamp.
Okie dokie. Plus my bless. Oh god, math. Okay, 6 plus 7 is 13. Plus 3 is 16. Plus 4 is 20 damage on my first hit.
Holy shit.
Gwen
You see that this
says-
entire creature just sort of shudders as you hit it.
And I'm gonna go for I'm gonna try and, so I'm gonna stab out with this, try and get him in the shoulder, and then I'm gonna take my offhand and I'm gonna like go right for a groin shot.
Okay.
That was, well, maybe. Nope. I don't hit with that one.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
Alrighty. So, as you go to groin punch it, your fist sinks in, but then it keeps sinking in as you remember that this creature is made of ooze.
Right. Makes sense.
And so you're like, your fist, it looks like you're fisting this guy for all intents and purposes. Like, it's just way up in there.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
Hey, this is Gwen. This is Gwen.
Alrighty. So, that creature being very upset, you see that large axe actually shrinks down in the hands of the elven figure and then reappears in the hands of the dwarven figure, and then it raises up and it is going to swing down at you, Gwen.
Do it.
With its advantage,
roll.
it got a 19 on the die.
Yes.
So,
Yes, that hits.
for 4 points of psychic damage and 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And then I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. As I'm making this wisdom saving throw, Gwen's gonna say, okay, that's plus 0. Really? That's it? That's what you're gonna hit me with my own axe like that, bitch? No.
Hey, I think I know what that looks like.
What? That is a 16.
All right, 16 just saves. You're currently fine. All right, so next up is Cori.
All right.
You are feeling very drained at this point.
Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. I'm going to Caelum's right next to me, right?
Yeah.
Cori is kind of dazed and confused, and she's gonna reach over and grab Caelum's arm. And she's going to cast I don't know. What do you want? A heroism or a blessed?
Inflict wound. I'll take half. It's fine.
Heroism gives you temporary hit points, and
Yeah,
bless gives you bonuses to attacks.
Give me a bless. Bless me.
Blizz.
All right, I bless a Caelum.
Bless me, girl.
And as she does so, she says, "No, don't be sad, Cypress." And I think that's an action, so she's going to spend the rest of her turn standing up and getting her bearings, and that'll be it.
All right. So then next up is Blake.
Excuse me, Cori. Does a 16 hit?
Yes, the 16 does hit.
About fucking time. 5 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and 4 points of fire damage.
Ooh. Yeah, this thing just kind of like rears back and does not like any of what you have done to it. So, do you have any bonus action?
I am sick and fucking tired of you. Just fucking die.
Yes. Kill him.
Caelum.
Do I blow it all here? I guess
Slap.
I blow it all here. Yeah. Guiding bolt level 2.
Ooh.
The biggin.
Last time this worked out really well.
Last time it did work out very well. 30-20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, I don't even bless. Yay. Where'd that go? What? Where'd that go? 10, 15, 20 points of radiant damage.
Ooh. This thing looks like it is barely standing.
Just like stares at Gwen. Finish it.
Yeah, because you were in your full Raven's Hoplite. Yeah.
Ah! One is gonna swing and I'm gonna reckless attack.
You have advantage. Guiding bolt.
All right. It's 18 plus bless plus 4.
That'll hit.
Will it? Okay.
I just don't want you recklessing and then.
Am I supposed to be adding bless to damage?
No.
Good, because I haven't been.
Okay.
All right. That's 7 points of damage on my first attack.
All right. So what does it look like when you kill a creature made of goo?
So I'm gonna like slide under this, I'm gonna slide under this, the dwarf's legs. Well, I'm gonna slide around him, and then I'm going to, look like I'm going to attack him, and then just take my axe and dig it into the big ooze pile and just drag it down.
Okay. So yeah, as you do, its entire form begins to shudder. And you just hear this creature in front of you, its jaw begins to extend downwards, well past the limitations of a dwarven skull, as it just begins to howl at you. This undying screech, almost. As it begins to kind of just sink into a puddle on the floor, and this axe that it was holding, you can see just kind of has this white liquid dripping off of it as it comes and clatters down onto the floor. This elven figure that was next to the main body looks at Cori, and as it's also falling, you hear it say, in a voice that is familiar only to Cori, "I'm so sorry." And then just bloop, turns into a puddle on the ground, and this large white form also just kind of collapses and turns into a large white puddle. All of them just splashing upon the ground before turning into this kind of dark, grayish color until it eventually just turns a blackish, almost ichor. And you see that there's just this medium-sized wolf tail between its legs kind of like coming up from behind where Cyber had ran around before.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, just yeah.
I'm gonna go pick up the axe with like 2 fingers. Is my friend still around?
Yes, he is currently for the next 6 seconds. And you just
is
hear,
this it?
"Oh, fuck yeah!"
All right, and I'm gonna do this thing where I go down with one hand and up with the other hand, so that he high fives me because he mimics my movements.
Okay.
Yeah! Peace out, bro.
And as he kind of like fades away into the background, you just see him like double pound his chest and then gives you a peace sign as he disappears.
All right, I'm gonna like start like flicking off the shit, guys. What the fuck is that? Where's
Cybra.
Cybra?
Cyber, come here.
And Cybra walks over to Blake.
What happened? Were we gone? How long were we gone for, Cori?
You guys were. Oh no.
No.
I don't
So-
know.
So stuff happened.
Yeah.
And apparently stuff also happened with you guys.
Did you guys meet Santar too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very confused about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what happened?
A
'Cause we got to
crossover event, I
Fight
guess.
a fucking wait, what was it? An eggnaga?
Yep, that's what it was called.
Cori is the spirit of Christmas now.
Caelum's like inspecting Cori, like making sure she's all right.
She's just kind of like letting him like check her arm and like look in her eyes and stuff. She's like, "Is Cyber supposed to grow up that fast?"
No. We also went to Centaur's Winter Wonderland, and well, we had to kill a witch that was affecting the New Year's resolution. It's
What
a
does that
terrible,
mean?
terrible pun.
What?
I don't know. At some point, we were like this sort of block-ish statues of ourselves, and then we got turned into actual statues, and then we got turned into like black and white, like the letters on a book. Like we were just like smushed against the ground, but we could still talk and feel things, and it was so weird. And
But
Gross.
apparently, the time that we spent over there, Cyber was able to age.
a bit, yeah, actually.
Are you guys like old now?
Are we like old now?
No.
I don't think so.
So just her?
Yeah.
Weird. Are you cute? I'm gonna like walk up to her, all slowly.
She is bigger than you.
I know.
That's why it has to be a slow approach.
Yeah. Is it you, Cybra?
She just licks the side of your face.
Yes. Oh, you're such a good girl. I'm like gonna grab her head.
She's just putting her head right up against yours, and you can see that her foot just starts kind of like stomping on the ground.
When I'm
Oh yeah,
finished inspecting.
Cyber, all right. How long does this memory drain last?
Until your next long rest.
Great.
So,
Did you guys make friends too? We had like the perfect companions. They were like, one was a Goliath who's never met he has never survived or been in Goliath culture before. And Cori met this tiefling dude, and they totally did it. I totally got someone laid. And Gwen's gonna do a victory lap.
Caelum like stops Gwen partway through the victory lap and just starts.
We were just kissing. There was mistletoe.
Oh,
Our
shit.
companions murdered one of their friends. Same guy.
yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Wait, like while you were with them?
No,
No.
but he was dead by the time we got there.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds like we had a much better time than you guys did.
yeah.
Yeah.
That lady was hitting on you. Turns to Blake.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know. She was like making eyes at the back of your head sometimes, and then like. I don't know.
Okay. I
How are
can't.
you feeling, Gwen? Are you feeling...
What do you mean?
You got hit pretty bad.
No, I didn't. I look at myself. Did I get hit pretty bad?
Not really from this creature.
Goliath strength, dude.
Okay. Just gonna walk over back to Cori and dump another cure wound on her.
Do we get the sense that it was the Oblex that was riling up the fishers?
Make an insight check.
7.
You aren't sure. They might have been coming from deeper within the cave. And Blake, while you are thinking about this cave fisher conundrum, you actually hear in the back of your head just,
We didn't meet a centaur. I would have remembered something like that.
Wait, what? Are you fucking serious?
When have I ever jested?
During our last dialogue.
Damn.
Checkmate, bitch.
Are you okay, Blake?
No, Tarleon's talking.
Oh, your daddy? Your dad? Wait, no, we don't know. We don't think.
Patron.
Your patron. You're the
Possibly
dude in your,
daddy.
The
I have
dude
no
in
idea.
your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gotta be pretty small, though, right?
Hi, I guess.
Look, I don't know how this works.
Talks to you?
Yeah.
Like, how often does this happen?
It started getting intrusive, actually, while we were in the Centaur land.
Or he's gonna, like, start walking circles around him and do another divine sense.
okay.
Looking for fiends, fae, and undead.
You get a very, 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 very faint whiff of fiend.
Yeah, she, like, literally leans in and sniffs him. Well, it seems like something that you have under control. We'll keep an eye on it.
If you want me to cut him out, just ask, dude.
No, I just think once we get out of here, maybe it would be good to just take some time to talk.
Like you and me?
No, me and
Oh. So you guys went and saw Santa. Was it at the same time as we went to see Santar?
Apparently it was after you because whenever we talked to him, he already said that Cori became important.
That's right. And you did lick Caelum's cheek.
You what?
Oh yeah, that was funny.
It's gross. Why?
Sorry, I also kissed you on the lips, so sorry if I stole your first kiss.
When?
Evidently
Sorry.
she'll kiss and tell for anyone.
Blake was too high up. I couldn't do anything.
So I'm the target then.
Duh.
Why?
Because you're the squishiest. It was always gonna be you, Caelum. It was always gonna be you.
Do we want to keep looking around this cave? Or...
Nope, I have what I need, and we are good to go. And I hold up the ice there.
Would recommend though. Silver and gem vein.
Ooh. Ooh. Also, like, everything is dead in here, so maybe we want to, like, take care of that.
Yeah.
Oh, right, you need to go get your wineskin.
Yeah, I do.
We sure that there aren't any more of these? And, like, Cori's just gonna, like, poke at the goo with her foot.
Have any more glass speakers?
I don't think so.
Damn. We should after the worm, because that got dropped.
The glass had
Right,
shattered.
the glass speaker broke.
Glass
Yeah.
shattered.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm covered in the stuff, so like we're good. I was kind of at ground level when it.
Caelum weighs his options.
Do you want my shirt?
No, I'll pass. Thanks for the offer. Let's take care of some dead things, yeah?
All right, cool.
Do you want to do that now, or do you at least want to go to Marrisvil and tell them about what happened here?
Yeah.
That way we can at least get help, and if something happens, people will at least know that, hey, this place is dangerous, and might actually send help.
Marrisvil could also have a priest that could do the rites, because, not gonna lie, that was really long and really taxing.
For that matter, we did see all of those insects coming out of this hole.
Yeah.
Hopefully it was the last of them, but we never know.
That's true. Well, we could murder some more things, so that's fun. Like, we'll go chat with people, and then we'll come back down here and, like, kill a bunch of shit.
Oh yeah, we can certainly come back. I just think we should probably
Go
make a
now.
pit stop. Yeah.
Regardless,
how,
I'm going to need a rest.
how are we gonna get out of here?
Mine, there's gonna be an exit.
Do we know? It's a dwarven mine, right? Like, they're notoriously, like, hard to there's a lot of exits and shit that go to nowhere, right? Is that dwarves? Or is that
Is that dwarves?
Knowledge check?
You can make a history check.
I know nothing about dwarves,
Yeah,
evidently.
you guys can make a history check to see what you know about dwarves.
About dwarven mines. in
Yeah.
particular.
Nat 20.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Okay.
All right, resident dwarf expert Blake on the scene. All right, so it is not dwarves that usually have mines that have exits that lead to no place. Typically, if they are hill dwarves, they will have a exit that leads above ground, as hill dwarves as a species aren't exactly they don't reside very deep under the mountains. They prefer to still have some open sky above them. And based on with your natural 20, based off of the structure of the surrounding mine, you would guess that there are enough hill dwarf motifs around that you would assume that this has an exit that does indeed lead up, especially because you guys have seen because you have such a perceptive eye. You've also taken note that a lot of these chambers have also been labeled with a floor number. So you started out on on a subfloor that currently had no number, as that was where a lot of other shit was happening. But then you reached a floor 3, then you went to floor 2. So you know if you just keep going up, eventually you will find your way out of the mine.
Yeah, so I'll relay. Yeah, this seems like a hill dwarf thing. We should be able to get out. Let me go get my wineskin.
All
'Cause I
right,
just
I
want
will
it here.
go with you. Now that and I start like flipping around the axe, well equipped.
And the rest of you can you finally get a good look at this axe. And it has what looks to be a long wooden handle that has what look to be wraps around a upper hand portion and a lower hand portion, but the wood kind of bends in a very natural flow. So out at the bottom, it actually hooks back a little bit. But you see that it has bits of metal that are ingrained into the wood. And Gwen, as you're kind of picking it up, you realize that this axe is very perfectly weighted. Like, you can hold it at almost any point along this long shaft and it will maintain balance as you kind of wield it around. Yes, it looks very similar to that. And you can see that the axe heads themselves, one is a blade that kind of has a upward facing curve, almost like a halberd end axe would have its facing up, and then the other side has a head that is facing down, so it kind of creates this almost twisting formation at the end of the axe.
Thanks, Greybeard. Yeah. I'll start like spinning it on my hands and stuff. Like, this is the shit.
And it is It's close to your size, if not larger. It is a very large axe.
But it doesn't. It's not hard for me. Would this? It's a two-handed weapon.
Yes, it is a two-handed weapon.
Okay, I'll add it later. All right, Blake, let's go. And I start strutting. I don't know where I'm going.
So I'm just gonna go to where the dead dwarf was and just pick up my wineskin.
Okay, and your wineskin it has to be left overnight?
It has to be left overnight.
Okay, yeah, you go and you pick up the wineskin and it's still empty.
Yeah.
Yep. But then you guys bring it back to the rest of the party, and while Gwen and Blake are gone, Cyber actually goes with them. So, Cori, it is just you and Caelum in this drink room until your friends return.
Oh, it's a pretty cool axe.
Yeah. Very cool design. Pretty sweet.
Cori's just looking at her feet and then, like, looking at the wall.
So, who's Cypress?
Oh, well, Cypress is my friend from the Feywild.
Oh, okay.
I just got a little confused. You look a little like him is all. She kind of, like, moves her hair out of her face.
Wait, where's my D20? There it is. I'm trying to think. Insight check or let it go? Insight check.
I'm gonna try to deceive, but I'm gonna be bad at it.
Good luck.
You can give yourself disadvantage for lying to a friend if you want.
I mean, I've still got this D6.
Oh,
going
that's
after
true.
me, so-
Yeah, you're fine.
Where did all my stuff go? Oh, there it is. So what'd you get?
I want to hear what you got first.
Okay.
No, you go first.
You do first.
It's a net -1, so it's 10.
Ah, 23.
Well, what are you trying to incite?
Like, is it bothering her? Like,
Oh, yes. Oh, God, it's bothered her since day one.
oh. So, I don't know. I don't want to pry or anything. That something bad happened. You don't have to, like, explain if you don't want to. I was just wondering because it was a little, like, distressed.
She's gonna just kind of start fiddling with her backpack, and be like, well, something bad happened to him, and it's hard for me when I see things happen to you because I feel like the same thing could happen, and I care about you. I care about everyone here. So, yes, that's just what's been going through my head lately.
Oh. Thanks for caring about me, actually. I'll try not to do anything stupid.
Well, you would never do anything stupid. You're a very smart elf. And she just
Debatable.
she just pats him on the shoulder and starts walking away.
Okay. And it is about the time that you start walking away that you can actually hear the footsteps of your companions walking up the hallway as well as the four padded footsteps of Cybra, who quickly runs up to the split area the junction where you guys had kind of where Blake and Gwen had both left, and now she's just standing there, looks at you and just panting very hurriedly but very happily, like she's been just running around. About 2
And then
months
the
there.
Goliath threw me in the air, and I didn't know what to do, so I like jumped off a tree, and then I hit the Naga thing, and I like cut it through the side.
And she buried like 5 goblins with snow. It was the best.
Very cinematic.
The dead guy ate cookies that made him hate people. It was bad. It was a bad time.
That sounds like a really dumb thing for him to do.
I feel like he should be more honest with his feelings.
Right? Like, I mean, just like talk. I mean, like, obviously they had something, like, he was holding something back, and they just like.
He seemed
Yeah, it seems like by the time that we left, they were just ready to have a like full-on one-on-one. It was
Yeah.
there was a lot of tension there.
Did Caelum get to make out with anybody? Because I feel like, you know, that was kind of like what the adventure was. I mean, like, there was other stuff.
I don't think so.
No.
Disappointing. Oh, hey, Caelum.
Hi, I'm right here.
What's
And
that?
do you count?
Well, I mean, that wasn't really a makeout. That was more just like I put my mouth on his, you know, like.
Mouth?
Well,
Did you
yeah,
make out with the Goliath?
No, but I totally should have. I was more concerned about the Cori thing, and God damn it, I missed my opportunity. But you know,
I
the
can
whole.
take care of myself,
I
Gwen.
know, I saw.
You had no input in that whatsoever.
I know, but I'm gonna take credit for it. I mean, I've already got one of us laid, so it's all good.
But who? What?
You've only ever gotten yourself. Never mind.
Let's go to the
Cybra, come
surface.
here. She's gonna hug Cybra.
Cybra just kind of leans up and nuzzles against you. She seems a lot more friendlier as a larger dog than she did as a young pup.
Sorry, Barry.
Yes, I'm so sorry, Barry. We're gonna try to get out.
Okay. So make a survival check with advantage. Because you got a nat 20 about dwarf mines.
What am I gonna do about this wolf papoose?
Like rip it up.
15.
No,
Chew toy.
I guess.
I mean, maybe there's another critter that's gonna need a papoose.
Are we gonna collect critters now?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying, if we so happen to find one and need to find a forever home for it, we can do that.
We're pretty good at that. Right, Cybra? Yeah.
And you hear her howl, her happy howl echo through this dwarven mine. And Blake, as you continue to just kind of lead your party through this mine, it ends up taking you about 20 minutes or so. And as you continue onward, you actually do continue to pass by more of these drinking stations that have been set up within the mine, that all are set up near different branches and junctions that kind of split off and go in different directions. But eventually, after that 20 minutes, you finally do find yourself at the gate of a closed off mine. And you can see that there is what looks to be a piece of actually it wouldn't be a piece of paper, but you can just see that there is light coming through some small windows or it's a wooden door that has these wooden slats up above, so you can see light pouring in. It's still roughly midday from when you guys had been traveling, and you know it's roughly around like 3 or 4 in the afternoon at this point. And when you look at the gate, it looks like there is a large wooden block that has been set behind this gate as a lock. But you quickly just toss it out of the way, go to open up the door, and when you do, one of these doors pulls open, and after you've pulled it open and looked over, you can see that there is a wooden placard that's been hung up with wire, and it says "Mine closed," and then underneath indefinitely with a single scratch underneath.
Huh. That seems like it would have been important to know.
Eh.
Let's go get our horse.
Oh my god, yeah! We left our cart!
All right, so you guys are going to need to make another survival check to navigate the above ground to find a good correlation of to where your card is. Yes.
I will assist.
Okay.
I think because that was a 4. And this was an 8 plus 2, 10.
Okay. So it's about early evening at this point as you guys end up finding the crag, where old Bess is currently just still sitting, just chewing some grass. She hasn't really moved. She's moved a little bit further away from the fissure just because looking straight down is fucking horrifying for a horse and she doesn't want to have to deal with that. But
Good. I love it when our pets don't die.
yeah, she's just hanging out. Seems to have been eating happily from the grass in the surrounding area. And as you guys get old Bess and continue back out onto the road heading towards Marrisvil, it takes you the better part of 15 minutes to actually begin to see this city in front of you. And as you come over the hill, what you see is that there is a large 3-masted ship that rests in the middle of this bay. And this bay is pretty sizable. But it is packed. It is completely filled with all of these other smaller boats that all seem to be nestled up against either this 3-mast ship or up against each other. And they just fill this bay from the shoreline going almost out into the ocean itself, with this 3-mast ship again being the central piece within this town. And you can see that there are docks and other wooden boards that have kind of been set up in between each of these different boats to create almost roads, almost like city streets, except that there are no carts that can really pass between each other. But what you do see is that there are a collection of small ferries and gondolas of people moving their gears, just kind of pushing across the bottom sediment of the bay that they are in to kind of propel them forward. Or if they're far enough out, you see that they just have a large paddle. And sometimes you'll see that there are several of these paddlers all rowing in concordance with each other to again just move product from place to place. And that is the city of Marrisvil. And that is where we are also going to go into our first break of the evening. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody who stuck with us so far. Thank you to the huge outpouring of bits of people throwing it at us. That's awesome. I love it. Bit war. I challenge all of you. Have a bit war on my turf. I can't bit back, but have your fun and games. It makes me smile to see. So we are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend. Bring them on back because we are going to return doing the same damn thing that we always do, which is bring you guys an excellent game of Dungeons and Dragons. So we will see you soon. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. There.
Hi!
Hello, everybody. I
forgot. It was my turn. Shit.
I made a fart noise. That's it. That's the gag.
Boobs.
RJ, please. We'll get flagged.
No, it's only feet.
It's only feet.
And male exposed nipple. If you're on Tumblr, I suppose.
No, it's okay. Male exposed nipples are fine.
Oh, then we're good. RJ, go for it. No, please. All right, so hello, everybody, and welcome back from the break. Thank you for staying with us this far. Once again, you can find us at indooradventures.podbean.com, or you can go on either iTunes, Spotify, or anywhere else and find us at indoor/adventures. So, like Spotify /indoor/adventures is a good time. You can find us there. But you guys, going back to the game, you guys are cresting over the hill, looking at the port town of Marrisvil, a city composed entirely of ships. And as you begin winding your way down this road, you can see that the road actually comes by what looks to be a rather large establishment that is set up with 3 separate buildings that are all part of one main building. And as you get closer, you realize, oh, this is a stable, as there aren't a whole lot of places for people to put horses that they own or any other kind of beast of burden in this city of ships, other than by going through this stable. And so as you guys get closer, you can also see that just down the way that there is another building that looks kind of like a tavern. Like it has some seating outside. It has a sign that's kind of just hanging from above a banister that kind of swings lazily back and forth on this cool winter's day. And as you approach the stables, you're met by a young human who says that he will stable Old Man as well as your cart for 3 silver pieces a night. And he will offer you a discount. If you would like to stay for 10 days, you only need 25 silver.
Old Nan?
Yeah, or no. Old Nan is not the name of your horse. Old Bess.
Not.
Old Nan was the name of a hag from the turning season.
Oh!
Turning season.
I was like, I accept this. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's always been Old
heard
Man.
old
At
first.
first I thought you said Old Man, and I was all like, wait.
Our horse is an old man. Parnell, what weren't you telling us?
Nay. I am your horse.
But yeah, so this young human says that he can stable your horse for 3 silver pieces a night.
I'll front it.
How long are we planning on spending? How long do we plan on spending? Being here. Sorry, I'm having an aneurysm.
What? That's not good.
How
Well,
long do we
you'll-
plan on being here?
I'll just give him 6 gold or 6 silver, and then if we need more, then
Okay.
I know money.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that we need to talk about because we didn't plan this.
And then
I got what I needed, dude. We just have to make sure we make it to the event, the battle.
Are you having an aneurysm too? I can only treat one of you, and I have to choose. And I don't like
Gwen starts like twitching.
Ah.
I've got my own hands. I'll be fine. Just falls over and rolls into the water. No, that doesn't happen.
the
Okay.
the stable hand just sort of looks at the 4 of you. All right, so 3 nights then. 2 nights.
Yeah.
2 nights. Okay.
Let's do 2 nights, and then if it's more, we'll be back, duder.
All right. My name's Matthew. It's a pleasure to meet all of
I
you.
won't remember that, but it's cool.
That's okay. I'm pretty forgettable. And he just carries your horse away.
Aw.
Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, and he just continues to cart away your horse, leaving you guys standing on the side of the road that leads to Marrisvil.
Oh, that's happened like right here.
What should we do with Cybra? Can we bring her into a tavern?
And we
Oh,
bring
we'll
her
find
into
out.
a tavern?
All right.
Oh, okay then.
friendly
Is Cybra big enough for me to ride her?
Make an animal handling check.
Good luck.
Gwen. What?
When?
Hold on. I just want to try something. 3.
So you go to like get on top of Cybra, and as you do, you kind of grab at her fur. And as she does, she kind of like goes back to nip at you a bit, but it's not like a bit of malintent. This is just kind of like a playful nip.
Dude, stop. Dude. All right. We'll practice that later. All right. To the tavern?
Yeah.
Drinks on me.
Okay.
I tromp ahead.
All right.
I have my axe strapped to my back, like, as well as I can, because it's the size of me. So I basically have, like, a crown around me, right?
Yeah.
Dude, rad. Like metal angel wings.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking nice.
Not like metal angel wings. That no.
All right. And as you approach this bar, you can read the name of the sign, and the name of the sign is Land Legs Lounge. And you can see that there is a little comma in between each of the parts of the bar.
Is it written in like the live laugh love font?
Oh yeah, but it says Land Legs Lounge.
Amazing. All right, is this one on land?
Yes, this is
okay.
a tavern that is currently on land.
Oh, good.
Currently.
Nobody's
Yes.
going to be getting seasick.
In case, look, if there's a flood, I don't know where it'll go, but currently it's on land.
Currently,
Hey.
I'm gonna kick open the door if it goes in.
Okay.
Go in. And
Yeah.
then I'm gonna say, "What's up, bitches?"
And as you say that, you see that there is a line of what look to be workers with a very thick quotation around them that just go, "Hey!" as you yell, "Sup, bitches!" when you walk into the bar. And you see that there's one half-orc male that's wearing a very revealing everything. It's basically like just covering his front section. He kind of like elbows a half-elf woman who also is just like, like they just seem to kind of be taking notice of you, laughing to each other.
I like this place. All
That's
right.
why it seems very comfortable.
Those people seem very happy.
I think that half orc is cold.
And he's wearing just like the tiniest little quarter vest. Like it's just for like a small vest for your collarbone, basically.
I'm gonna go up to the bar.
All right. And when you do, you see that there's an older looking human woman. She's wearing a very deep red dress that kind of has it has a little bit of a black bodice on the front. So you can see that there are just these black laces that are kind of keeping the dress together in the front. And she has what looks to be a long pipe. And she, as you come up, she takes a puff out of her pipe, and you see that she's just letting the smoke billow out of her mouth. As you come up, she looks at you and says, "Well, you're new in town. Is there anything I can interest you in?"
Probably
you,
a lot. What alcohol do you have?
"Oh, we have plenty, but let's talk alcohol second. You got yourself a fine party of people coming in here. I'm assuming you're looking for rooms."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, are we looking for 1 room, 2 rooms, 3 rooms, 4 rooms?
Usually we do 2 rooms, right, guys?
Yeah, usually.
I'll be in the lobby.
Right. Well, I mean, we could all bunk together. I don't mind that.
Oh,
You
so
guys
you're
don't
looking
care.
for are you looking for the Rabble Rousers special, or are you looking for more of a standard fare? She takes another long pull off of this pipe. And then as she just continues to look at you, you see that the smoke is now coming out of her nostrils.
I mean, we are rebel rousers.
What's the Rabble Rousers special?
Well, the Rabble Rousers special gets you not 1 but 2 beds in a very large room. It also includes complimentary drinks as well as aids in the morning.
How much?
Well, 20 gold pieces.
A night?
We know our clientele. Now, if you're looking to be a member of the clientele but aren't looking for the Rabble Rousers room, there are some accommodations that we can make. We do also cut deals if, of course, your stay isn't longer than, say, a few hours. She kind of like motions down the line of people that are all at the bar.
I think Gwen just kind of looks. Okay. No, you know what? I think I am picking up what you're putting down. And I think we should do, let's do 2 rooms, standard. And, I gotta look, what does the selection look like?
You see that there are 4 humans, 2 men, 2 women. There is a green-skinned tiefling. There is a halfling, a little halfling woman who seems kind of stout. Like she's built pretty well. Not so much as you, but she does look like she is like she works out pretty regularly. And then you also see that there is the half orc and half elf. And the half orc, the male half orc, you can see his tusks have been kind of filed down a little bit. and he overall is just like very muscular and ripped. If you have seen Full Metal Alchemist, imagine Lieutenant Armstrong, where it's just this big ripped bodybuilder guy who he seems to have been looking you up and down a little bit, and then more of your friends came in, and he's just kind of like giggling to himself. And the half elf, you can see, is kind of just like leaning up and whispering to the orc, and the orc just kind of like slaps them away, and then they both giggle.
The half elf is male or female?
The half elf is female.
Okay, cool. Like cost wise, if I want to do one in one room and one in the other room, what are we talking? Or is it by person? Hey guys, why don't you go find us a table? I'm just gonna chat about rooms and stuff.
Okay.
Don't splurge.
Oh,
We don't have a lot of money.
yeah, I know.
I say that pretty loudly.
And just another long pull off this pipe.
This table seems nice.
Mahogany.
We're good. What I'm trying to get that half elf for my half elf or my like really gray friend over there. And I'm thinking about like the halfling for me, if that's okay.
That'd be totally fine. Now, the half elf, a little more common. Have her services for... How long are you looking to have them?
Oh God, I don't even know. Probably like, let's go 2 hours and say like, just in case, because I think it'll take a long time for her to like get him to understand what's going on. Let's be honest.
That's going to be 5 gold, sweetie.
All right, I can do that.
Now, the halfling, well, I'll cut you a deal, seeing as how your selection seems a little bit thinner in this whole endeavor. I can do 7 gold pieces.
All right, that sounds good. And can we use the rooms for sleeping afterwards?
Well, the rooms...
Right.
You'll
attachment.
already have a discount of the overall price, so you can get the rooms overnight for 10 gold pieces total between the two.
Right. All right, cool. I'm down. Can I talk to this half elf before we jump into things?
Oh, of course, if there's anything that she needs to know.
Right. All right, cool. Gwen is going to pass over the 22 gold.
Okay. Now, did you want yourself some drinks?
Oh, yeah. Just like standard swell for me.
All right. Well, I'll send over something a little lower shelf to get your party started. You've already been such a kind customer to me, so I figured why not share some kindness back with the people.
And in case you were wondering, we are heroes, and we've kind of already saved the town. Like, that mine over there, cleared it out. That's where I got this axe from. And I, like, motion the giant axe.
And as you start saying that, you just see her start taking this long pull out of this pipe. And then she holds it in her lungs. And then you say, that's where I got this axe. We're basically heroes. And kind of, like, finish it up. She just looks at you and goes, honey, I don't care. If you got coin, you're a customer.
Cool. All right, let's do this. I'm going to pass over the gold. I'm going to hop down, and I'm going to go talk to the half-elf.
All right. So, yeah, you go over, and you see that the half-elf is wearing... you can tell that there is covering underneath what looks to be kind of like a sheer crop top. So you can see that there is her skin kind of peering underneath, and her pants as well seem very, they billow out pretty decently. And again, this is a very breathable sheer. So you can see that there aren't any mars or damages on these goods that you yourself are currently purveying. And as you go up to it, the half elf, She just kind of like squats down and gets at your level so that way she can look at you directly in the eyes. She says, am I going with you later?
No, you are going with my old pale friend over there. And I like with the dark hair, and then I'm like, don't look. Don't make it obvious.
And she kind of leans in and whispers something to you, and you can feel her breath is very hot on your ear and neck. And she says, I'm very good at picking up on things.
Got it. All right, something you need to know. And Gwen is whispering. As we've established, I can't whisper as Gwen. So he's very inexperienced. Like, he's gonna need a lot of help. I would go gentle at first and then kind of pick things up from there. You might want to, like, to get him in the room, just be like, oh, let me show you your accommodations, sort of thing. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I can manage.
All right, cool. What's your name?
I'm Titania. It's nice to meet you.
That's a badass name. All right, cool. All right. And I gotta give her a, like, you got this. And then I'm gonna go over the halfling.
All right. And as you are going down the line talking with individuals, Blake, Caelum, and Cori, you guys have found yourself a nice table. You've watched Gwen apparently do a business dealing with the lady in red sitting behind the bar. And that is when you guys get a bottle of, it looks like a bottom shelf whiskey has arrived at your table. And it's full. It hasn't been opened yet.
Oh. Great, thank you.
And it is the woman who ends up coming up and said, and she says, well, your friend was so kind to purchase ourselves a set of rooms. I figured it would only be friendly to give you all something back for such a generous donation to my cause. And she just kind of bows, sets it, and then walks away.
Thank you.
Oh God, how generous was she?
What do you mean?
Generosity isn't a bad thing.
It is whenever we're trying to buy 4 keeps and we don't have any money.
We can wait. We've got time. She's just tuning her ukulele.
So, we're trying to head north, right? After this. We came over, we took this detour to get Gwen's axe, but we're trying to head north, right?
I believe so. We were going to see what's going on with the burned forest.
Well, I thought we were trying to get to the tournament.
Well, that too.
That's also months off, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it? DM?
Is it? Yep.
So, interesting point of contention. It was never said the direct time. He just said that it occurred every new year.
Oh.
But it just turned winter.
Yes.
So we have some
time.
time before the turn of the year.
Yes. And you guys would know that they base their turn of the year off of the season. So when winter turns to spring, that is when their new year starts.
Oh, wow. Oh, we've got a lot of time. I mean, I think. How long do seasons last here?
About a quarter of a year.
30 days?
Okay, how long's a year?
No, wait.
360 days, because god damn it, there's no oscillating times. They're all 30. Every last one.
Okay.
360 days. So,
Right. No, that makes sense. Because otherwise they'd be, like the oscillating times and, that'd just be confusing.
yeah, it's great how the moon cycle is just 30 days here.
Oh.
I've at least got days down.
It's about evening time, right?
Yeah.
Caelum pokes his head, gets up, walks towards the door, and pokes his head out and looks at the moon.
So you would see that it is... You have about a quarter left until it's full again.
Okay.
Because the last time you guys had a full moon was when you were in Shroudport.
Yeah.
How often would the moon change? I know a moon cycle is roughly a month, but it's a little offset.
Yeah, it's like 25-ish days. Something like that. It's like 22 to 25.
Let's just say for posterity, 25 days.
Yeah.
Between
Yeah. Okay. Let's sit down and discuss the calendar.
Let's talk about the moon.
Yeah, and
This
like
is
Caelum
very
wants
intriguing conversation for our Eladrin and Shatterkai, who worships the moon goddess.
ruffles in his bag and pulls out the hag's like spell tome and peppermints.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a thing.
Did you get this?
Back at that time loop where we were helping out Santar, there was like a
say no more, say no more.
conviction witch.
Yes, got it. Good.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to have consequences that none of us can foresee.
Probably. I also found this. I knew there was like a letter.
What is it?
It's a letter to the what's it? Moontier.
It says to Moontier Manor.
Moontier Man.
And you feel on this envelope that there is actually something inside of it. And it feels hard. It doesn't feel tactile.
Have you ever heard of a place called Moontier Manor?
Oh, yeah. Actually, it's a manor that apparently relocates itself during the moon cycle. It'll appear in one place during like a half moon, another place during a full moon, and it just never stays in one place.
That sounds amazing.
It's kind of like the House of Mystery from like this one book I read.
What? No, that'd be ridiculous. Stop looking there.
Oh, what's that, John Constantine? You want to make a deal? Yeah.
So, the tournament's going to be at the end of the, or at the end
At the end of winter.
/ beginning of the year. We have about 3 months until then, a little less.
Yeah.
We were heading north to investigate the forest.
If there's anything to find there.
Okay, all right.
About the cat stuff. The cat snap.
That's
also in the north.
Woo! It's your metagame wolf.
That's yes. Thank you, voice in the sky. So yes, investigating the cat nap. How far is that from here?
That's north as well, isn't it?
I think
So
that's the
it's a
same
bit
thing.
more. It's a bit more direct north, but how long or how far?
Is the tournament here?
No.
No.
The tournament's more like northwest.
I pour some whiskey for Cori and for Blake.
Sip that slowly.
Begins reading.
And if we have time, we can try to find out like what's going on here, and at least tell somebody about what's going on in the mines. But hopefully, we would also be able to pick up on some work.
Who's in charge around here? Like, who's the law?
Law.
The law. I'm gonna flag somebody down. Anybody, and I do mean anybody.
Okay.
Maybe one of those happy people over there.
All right. So while you are currently flagging them down, Gwen, you have had this full conversation with this halfling who is totally down for whatever it is that you're down for. As soon as she sees that you also are like pretty jacked, she gets really excited and just like, oh, we can do so many things. I've always wanted to try. Just like she starts like rubbing her hands together.
I need a feather.
Ah! What's her name?
She says that her name is Cinnamon.
With. Okay.
Solid.
Yep.
All right, my friends don't actually. I'm pretty sure my friends have no idea what's going on. So keeping them in the dark as long as possible is job number 1, and then when it's bedtime, job number 2. If you know what I'm saying.
She's just
All right.
totally on board with it.
Would you like a drink? And I'm gonna motion over to the table.
I would love one.
Sweet.
And she just kind of walks over with you. So the three of you now see Gwen walking over with this other halfling woman who has kind of like short reddish hair that's been cropped around her shoulders. And they just seem to be walking over, kind of talking amongst themselves to go get a drink.
From the table.
Yeah, from
It's
the
good to see
table.
Gwen making friends as always.
What's up, guys? This is my new friend, Cinnamon.
It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Oh, my name's Coriander.
You seem very
hi.
nice. She brings her hand up.
Shakes the little hand. I'm gonna roll another
That's
insight
Blake,
check.
and that's Caelum.
Hello.
Hi.
She goes
Is
to
she-
reach out for her hand with all of them.
Is she trying to be deceptive?
No.
Okay. So is a 12 enough to figure out what's going on here?
Yes. I would say that your time over the last 2 weeks talking with Gwen on the cart has led you to understand this situation pretty well.
Oh. Okay. Cori just smiles at Gwen.
And Cori, as you're like trying to call somebody over, you actually see that the half elf comes over and sits between Cori and Caelum. And she says, well, hello, I'm Titania. It's nice to meet you. I was told that I would be helping to entertain this evening, and well, you seem like you had some questions, so what can I do to entertain your curiosities? You said that you look quizzical in this.
Yeah.
Do I-
Who's in charge in the area?
Well, that would probably be the merchant captain. Nothing really comes through Marrisvil without the merchant captain's approval. And you're going to want to find him. He lives on the central ship, the three-mast. His name is Captain Blessington.
Captain Blessington. Okay. Cool.
Do we have to like tell him that we're here, or is it more like if we want to sell something?
Well, if you want to sell anything, you have to fill out a trade manifest, just a very quick one. And then you would, well, the shop owner would hopefully send over a copy of that trade manifest to Captain Blessington, so that way he would be able to better understand the overall economy of our current setting. Also, if you plan on bringing goods into the ships, you must also fill out another form specifying what it is that you are bringing in or what it is that you are currently bringing out. So that way we have a good understanding of everything that goes on, keeping everything, well, ship shape.
Very knowledgeable about the exchange of goods and services.
That's
like
a
to do
lot
my
of
best.
overhead.
I like a good place with good bookkeeping. I can speak.
Well, and she looks at you, Caelum, and she says, well, if you're looking for a place with a little better lighting for this book that you're reading, I can show you somewhere.
That sounds like a great idea.
Do I have her figured out?
Make an insight check.
Don't forget your D6.
I'm not.
Okay.
D6 is hurting me immensely. Oh, I've got a +0 to insight. Great! It's a 6.
She legitimately looks like she seems pretty smart. Your friend Caelum is pretty smart. She's probably really worried about his eyes and straining them in the darkness. Even if you do have dark vision, it can still be hard.
That sounds lovely. Caleb loves books.
Ah.
Well, here, come on, and she'll like kind of take your hand as you fold up your book, and she just kind of leads you to the back.
All right, I'll be back here if you guys need me.
Okay.
And
Gwen
as
just like giggles to herself.
and as they turn the corner around the back end of this tavern, this open tavern area, Gwen, you see Titania like just shoots you a wink really quick as she goes around the corner.
All right. So drinks, guys. M'lady.
Let's get some drinks in me. She just starts like just rubbing her hands together.
I pass around drinks for everyone.
Yeah. We partake.
Okay.
We drank.
That's average.
Yeah.
What's average?
The drink.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Bottom
It's
shelf.
yeah, it's not the best. It was given to you as a courtesy.
Yeah. All right. So, did we already go over plans? Do we know how long we're staying? I know we need to
Probably
talk
not.
to somebody.
Probably not long. If there's this much bureaucracy and overhead, then we're
Mhm.
probably not going to be able to find decent work.
Right.
Do we still need to sell those wolf pelts, or you?
Oh
going to
no,
try-
I gave them to Centaur and he never gave them back.
Oh.
What a dick. I'm kidding. He's amazing.
Next time I see him, I'll see what I can do about that.
Oh, that's right. Cori has to go back there every year.
I've got a side gig now, guys. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Can you bring me?
Did it take you long?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take anybody who wants to go.
Yes. Hopefully it won't be in peril again.
That sounds ridiculous.
So Blake, tell me about these dudes you met up with. Or was it a dude and a chick?
Yeah.
Humans, half elves.
The human.
Yeah.
There was a human. It was a dude. It was a dead guy.
Like a zombo?
Well, no, he was like just dying, and the Centaur apparently plucked him from the afterlife.
Oh, that sounds
It's
like
kind of terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll tell the whole thing about Ghost, and how I think that she's a sentinel beast. But yeah, that shouldn't mean anything to anybody.
So she could do stuff like you and stuff like Caelum?
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I never specified how long I had with Cinnamon, right?
You were going off of the same hour count.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're paying by the hour?
Yep. All right. Well, there are some things that I would like to show Cinnamon. You know,
I'm sure
us
there are.
both being beefy, right?
Hit myself in the face.
We'll be right back.
No, I'm good. It's fine.
Just don't just stay here for a little while, okay, Blake?
Okay.
Yeah. You know, for the next, enjoy yourselves.
Put a sock on the door.
I will. All right, Cinnamon, you ready?
And she just slams she slams the drink that she has, sets it down, just,
That's right. That's right.
yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do this shit.
And then you just see these two halflings just fucking haul ass to the back. Leaving Blake and Cori and Cybra alone, out to just hang out in the bar.
Are you feeling all right,
Who, me?
Cor? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. Does he know what's going on?
What's your passive insight, Blake?
14.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah. This is one of the few ways that blood hunters usually go out about getting their wiles out, so this is a pretty commonplace.
Fine. Gwen is extra fine.
Well, yeah. I mean, you just seem to be a little bit sassy about it.
I'm not. I don't see why she's got to flaunt it all over whenever she, does the deed.
I mean, I guess some people are very open about it.
I suppose she wears it as a badge of pride. So did you two do it or what?
No?
No?
Oh.
Gwen thinks you did.
Well, at one point she wanted to see and I mean, anatomical curiosity.
Mhm.
So I showed up, but
Listen, what
think that's it.
Caelum has is anatomical curiosity. What Gwen has is something entirely different.
okay.
Sorry, I've taken a little bit too much of this. She's gonna push her whiskey away.
There's about a third of the bottle left at this point.
Wait, did she say that we did?
Did she say? No. Did she? I forget. I genuinely forget if she did.
She said that she thought. You were pretty sure, was Gwen's phrasing.
So meta. I do remember Gwen, drunken Silk Creek ran. She did say that they had sex.
All right, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So yes, she did.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
You know, that one night in the tent, Caelum and I were in the woods. Hunting.
Yeah, that was the night that she asked about my penis.
Okay. Right. We never talk anymore. You were my friend before you were hers. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so sassy tonight. It might just be the atmosphere, and she just like watches the half-orc go by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I've never been comfortable in all of this either.
And I'm still very disoriented from whatever that thing did down in the cave. I might just need to take a, meditation.
I should probably do the same, actually.
Ever tell you about the Feywild?
Every now and then you hinted about stuff, but I didn't want to pry.
No reason to. I was training to become a Caelum of the Fallen Leaves. I trained together with an Eladrin named Cypress. We were good friends, and then something really bad happened to him. It's really simple when it comes down to it. So what about you?
And that's when you see the half-orc walking by with a dwarf male in tow, and they're both holding hands and walking to the back as well.
Not a whole lot. Not anything that I haven't already told all of you. Years in the Order of the Witch Knights, and then I left. That's pretty much it.
For what reason?
My time in training was up.
Mm-hmm.
So, all of us who were in training just left and went to go do our own stuff, whatever that meant.
I see. What's your deal with humans?
Pretty much everybody in the order were humans, and kids growing up, they don't like things that look different than them.
Oh. Coriander just reaches over and puts a hand on his. People can be cruel.
Yeah, they can. That's fine. I mean, I'm out here doing stuff that maybe stops people from dying. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I know what fine means. I've been fine for years now.
And what does that mean for you?
You just cope. And she does take another drink of the whiskey if she says so.
How have you been coping?
Yeah, just staying busy with my work. Trying to be nice to people, honestly. It makes me feel better. If there are some people who can experience kindness in the world, I feel like somehow I'm, well, not necessarily undoing the wrongs in the world, but balancing it out. It's weird.
Do you mind if I ask about Winter?
What about it?
I don't know. You were just whenever the seasons turned, you just seem really off put about it. And what you might have to do.
Winter has been very unkind to Cyprus. And it could become very unkind to everyone else.
In what way?
Every way. There wouldn't be anything else.
But winter, like the cold and
All the worst parts of winter, anyway.
okay. To be honest, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
It's Feywild things. It's difficult. Nothing is ever simple in the Feywild. Suffice it to say, you know how in the Holiday Nexus everything was stopped
Yes.
out here? Well, something similar is happening in the Feywild. So, for the most part, it's on the back burner.
Okay.
I would just
But there's
keep an
something
eye-
there that you might need to help out with,
right.
and we might need to help out with as
You
well.
don't need to help me with anything.
We're going to. You understand that, right?
Yes, probably. I know I can't stop you if you try.
And Blake just smiles.
Anyway, we should probably be keeping an eye on spring when it rolls around. Just making sure everything's happening the way it should.
Right. We need to make money before then
For what?
for our keeps.
You really think we're gonna get keeps?
Yes.
Alright. I'll see what I can do to make it happen. And she's gonna clink glasses with him.
Oh. All right. So, Caelum, you get led into a nice, well-lit back room. You can see that there are candles that have all been that are all just spaced kind of around. There's a nice table that's been set. The bed has exquisite sheets laid out for you. As this Titania, this half-elf, leads you into the back. And then as she does, she kind of shuts the door behind the two of you. And when you go to sit down and like open up your book, she actually puts her hand into the center of the book and just drags a finger along the inner spine before shutting the book. And then leaning in close to you and whispers into your ear, there are other things that you can learn by not reading. For example, a good massage to start things off. Just lay on the bed.
No, that's fine. Thank you for the offer. I'm a very much the sort of guy who likes to learn by reading.
Well, I could try and find some handy pamphlets for you.
Ooh. Do I pick up what she's putting down?
Roll an insight check.
I do not. Because even with a plus, what's my insight? Even with a +5, that is a 9.
So she says, it must be very hard trying to read when you're wearing all of that armor. I can help you out of it if you would like, if it helps you focus at all.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Is this gonna be the room we're gonna be staying in? Because, that's...
Well, it's the room we're going to be staying in, at least for the next few hours.
Okay.
And she begins taking off your armor until eventually you are just down to your regular traveler's clothes. And again, she kind of motions to the bed and says, "You look like you carry a lot of weight on your shoulders. Are you sure you wouldn't like a massage?"
Okay, sure. He puts the book on the table and kind of scoots onto the bed onto his belly.
Yep. No, and she starts giving you a very, very nice, thorough massage. And as this is going on, she's just kind of talking to you. She asks what you do. She's never seen an elf like you.
Oh, I'm an adventurer, I guess. I used to be a librarian, and I don't exactly know what I am.
And when you say that you don't really know what you are, her hands kind of stop a little bit, and then she begins just working your back again, finding knots that you didn't even know were there. As many nights spent leaned up against your spear stuck out of the ground hasn't exactly done wonders for your lumbar support.
Yeah.
And she just kind of says very quietly, so even if you weren't the only two in a room, it would still be the kind that only you could hear it. And she says, "That's all right. I didn't really know what I was for a while either. I'm part human, part elf. I'm a member of both worlds, but I belong to none."
Oh. Kind of turns onto his side. Yeah. That kind of, I don't know, resonates a little bit. I never felt like I belonged back home either.
And she just leans in and cups her hand against the side of her cheek and presses her forehead against yours. And she says, "Well, how about we both belong here? At least for the next little while."
Does not know what that means. Nods his head.
Oh, she just moves in for a smooch.
She's eyes wide for okay, that's not what I thought that was gonna be.
If Caelum would like to shove nose and then rush back out, he totally can. If not,
He's just
fade to black.
boop. Okay, that was new.
And she just kind of looks at you and, "Oh, did I do something wrong?"
Yeah, no, I just know. So I lived a sheltered sort of life back in the library, and I've just never had this sort of physical. It's not bad.
Well, how about this? And she sits on the bed, and she sits with her back against the bedboard. And she has her legs kind of spread open, and she just pats in the middle and says, "Just sit. Put your back against me.
crawls, like just plops down.
Okay.
Tense.
And she just hugs you.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep. She just hugs you and holds on to you, and then that's where we will transfer over. So how long are you staying in the comforts of Titania's arms? Okay. Make a wisdom check. Because as you are just kind of being cradled, she begins to, you can feel the vibrations in her chest of a song, and you can hear her just kind of gently humming as she just holds you and just kind of like rocks you back and forth a little bit.
Nat 1.
And you fall asleep like a baby. All right. So, Gwen, your stint for the full 2 hours has gone and been paid for, and the halfling that's with you, just very like covered, drenched in sweat from just an outrageous time had by the two of you, says, "I can pay for a third hour if you want. That one's on me. This has been great."
Fuck yeah. She'll go for a third hour.
And so, yeah, Blake and as you see this halfling figure kind of like coming out with like what looks to be a blanket, you're like, is that Gwen? No, Gwen doesn't have red hair. Cinnamon? And like you just see this halfling just walk up, set some coins down on the counter, give a little wink to the bar mistress, and then she walks into the back. And then as she is walking into the back, you actually see Caelum walking out from the back. He has all of his gear on. He has all of his stuff.
Gwen really has met her match.
What?
And Caelum looks very sleepy.
What?
Are you good?
Guess I don't know. I was with Titania for a while, and then
You don't have to share anything that you're not comfortable with.
no, I fell asleep partway through.
Did you get some good reading done?
No, she shut the book before I could actually get any reading done.
Then what? 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 I'm confused.
Hey,
What?
Cori, you know Cinnamon? You know what Cinnamon was doing?
Yes, of course.
Titania does the same thing.
What? Oh, but I didn't think Caelum. Oh,
What?
He didn't.
What?
you didn't drink anything in there, did you?
No, she gave me a massage, and then we talked a little bit, and then she hugged me, and then hummed something, and I got really sleepy.
Coriander is gonna go off screen, and she's going to have an off-screen conversation with Titania. And there may be some threatening involved, but she's gonna clear things up and figure things out.
Okay.
Caleb sits across from Blake. He's like, it was kind of nice,
Great. Okay. Gwen wasted her money.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. He opens the book up again. I
Oh,
feel really limber though. That was a really good massage.
hey, well, you got something out of it, and that's great.
Yeah. Are you okay?
I've been thinking about stuff, Charlie, and I really may need to talk to him.
Do you want someone around just in case things go
Oh,
south?
absolutely. The room. We have the room for the night, right?
Yeah, the room is now yours.
Do you want to try something?
Depends on what it
How
is.
you want to try
He
things?
says at a brothel.
So, I don't know how exactly it works, but I don't know if it's an elf thing, but last time Cori and I tranced together, she, like, we slipped into, like, a headspace sort of dealy?
I think I want to have a private conversation.
Okay. Well, offers on the table.
But I'm very scared of what might happen if I'm not careful. So I think other people being around, at least, would be okay.
Caelum tilts his head quizzically, like, Blake scared? Oh, yeah. We're a team, right?
Right. So we're gonna go to that room. Is Cori back yet?
So you pass by a very like red in the face Titania who like just kind of like walks by a little bit, eyes looking at the ground, and then like looks at you, Caelum, and just gives you a kind wave, and then just continues walking. And as you guys get to your room, Cori's just kind of standing there, hands on her hips, having had this aside conversation.
Let's clear some things up.
Oh, I think he might have. Oh. Well, she got paid.
I want that on a shirt. Well, she got paid.
Look, I need to talk to my patron. So I'm gonna do that here. If y'all want to just like meditate, that should be fine. And he's just gonna start like making his circle
Okay.
in chalk.
Sounds good. And Caelum, you are still looking through your book, or were you planning on talking to Cori about meditating together?
After the first time. He's not gonna ask.
Okay.
No more stolen crystal babies.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna just sit down and meditate.
Yeah, and you set some incense down, and you set it along the cardinal directions, and you make sure that you have a bowl full of these herbs that Gwen had kind of let you know that the Goliaths used to get in contact with their spiritual ancestors, as well as you don't have her playing music on your lap to kind of help lure you into this dreamlike sense. And so Caelum and Cori, you both watch Blake perform this very...
He is shirtless while doing this.
Yeah. And so with his shirtless bod, Caelum, you can read that it says becomes the gate on the center of his chest, as well as the lines that you had read previously. Although
it says death now, doesn't it?
It says that in green, but it's actually faded away. It's no longer vibrant in it. It just has kind of pittered out. So it just says becomes the gate. And Caelum, you also can read on the arms of Blake as well. That now that you've gotten a good look at it, now that you aren't necessarily in a bathhouse trying to read your buddy's tattoos, you actually read that the arm tattoos say, "Under my claws, all will know." and Blake goes about this this ritual, and you see it doesn't have hints of divine in its placement. It doesn't have hints. It's very weird. It's like natural magics mixed with the arcane that sort of have bled together in what we now know as Blood Hunter magic, as it's very much more rune based and sigil based. And then goddamn sigil versus a sigil, motherfuckers.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah. And so you perform this ritual, and it takes about 10 minutes to set up, and you begin to focus. And then that is when the incense kind of fills your nostrils, and you begin to focus on your breathing more. And then soon you fall into your trance-like state. And you arrive in the same chamber that you had previously. This large, what you correctly guessed was your heart many episodes ago. But you find yourself in one of these chambers.
Hello, demons. It's me, your boy.
And you just hear this low grumbling sound as you see a row of white teeth emerge, along with two glinting yellow eyes that seem to pierce through the darkness.
Hey.
Nice of you to visit again.
Yeah, I figured, well, you were getting very vocal in the last couple of days. Actually, the last day.
I don't know. What do you mean?
So you don't remember anything?
My memory's spotless. Perfect. I recall all things I have for 3,000 years, and I won't start forgetting things now. So what, pray tell, have I forgotten?
Visiting the centaur?
The
Or the
who?
centaur visiting us?
What is the centaur?
I don't know, apparently it's like this thing that gives children presents. It seemed real fake to me, but...
This reeks of fey magic.
Yeah, that was it. It was a fey. I think it was an archfey. I think I remember it being an archfey.
Right.
Are you not good with fey?
I don't know anyone who's good with fey.
Well, Cori seems to be pretty good with fey.
He just snarls at you.
All right. Well, while we were there, you seemed to be pretty vocal about setting up outposts and raising armies and and kitty streams and
It's all about.
I love cats. What can I say?
and weaponizing things.
Do you know my legacy?
I know that you used to rule a place in the Warren Kingdoms a while ago.
Yes. I know how to claim. I know how to command. I know how to take. If I was speaking of these outposts like you say that I was, it was probably to our benefit.
What benefit do we have? Whatever war that you are fighting, it's long over.
Is it?
Seems to be.
Who told you? Who claimed that the war has stopped?
Well, you tell me.
Do giants still breathe?
Do they? DM?
Giants have not been a part of the continent for the last 1,500 years.
They haven't been around here.
Are there dragons still?
No.
It's
And
one.
DM, is that...
There is
okay,
one.
so there is one.
Yes.
I was trying to go through the VODs and like figure out what the lore was there.
Yes.
Can you refresh?
That is Arask, who commands an island off of the shore. That is where Farron, Prescott, and Mugwort were planning on sailing to.
One. Or ask.
He still lives.
Yeah.
The Trade King.
Sure.
Then my war is still ongoing.
Okay, what's your beef with him?
He funded my enemies. All of the metallics funded my enemies. They sought to bring about the fall of my empire.
Okay.
That is my beef with this one. Are there those who would fear me?
I mean, you showed your face and made an entire village fall in love with you.
You just see him slam down his claw as it hits against the ground. And Caelum, you see a flash of green kind of emanate from Blake's chest at this. And for a brief moment, you see the draconic symbols for death appear. To complete the phrase, death becomes the gate on his chest.
I
Did we do something about this?
think we try.
All right, I've got something for it.
Do I hear them?
No, you are currently in the middle of your trance.
I was standing ready for something like this.
As long as there are those who would fall beneath my wings, my war ever rages. I am a king, Arjhan.
Okay. Cool. Whatever you were, that was 1,500 years ago.
He just glowers at you again. This very deep guttural growl.
You showed your face. And all of Silk Creek loved you. They wrote a song about you.
Then give me control, and they will write more than songs. They will write lamentations.
What do you want? What do you want to do?
I want power. I want my body back. I want control over my choices, over my destiny.
What happened?
I am tied to you by your mother. That is what happened.
Do you not remember what happened 1500 years ago?
You are a facet of me. She took my clone and made it you. I was prepared to be undying. And yet here we are.
Wait, your clone?
I am not just sharp claws and teeth. I had control over the weave of magic itself. I was powerful. I had a contingency. My contingency was found.
And that's why you want to find her.
Yes. To return myself to the way that I was supposed to be.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that with me, and thank you for sharing your powers with me. But I can't wage your war.
Not yet. But you will.
And Cori and Caelum, you guys have seen this symbol glowing on Blake's chest for a couple of minutes now. What are you guys doing?
I have got my sword out with the emblem on it, and I am ready to turn as soon as this looks like it's going tits up.
If Cori has relayed this plan, Caelum's probably going to... I guess he's just like flipping through his books now, like looking for anything that could function as a protective ward against evil dragons, evil fiends.
Okay. All right. Blake, do you have anything more that you would like to have in your communion with the dragon?
I guess I'll see you later then.
I'll always be here. Watching.
And that's when you see it just sort of begin to shift back and move into the shadows. And that's when you come out of your trance.
There's a symbol of Coralon right in your face.
Oh, okay.
You okay there, big guy?
Yes and no. I think I'm gonna need like a week to unpack that.
Take all the time you need.
Where's... It's Gwen around?
Gwen,
I'm asking them.
yeah. Your third hour is currently done, Gwen. Are you just having like cuddle session in the room next to it, or are you going over to your group?
Doesn't do cuddle sessions.
Figured I would ask.
She's just gonna like look out and see if her friends aren't in there. Does she smell the herbs that are burning?
Yes.
Oh, she's gonna go to the door of the room that the smell is coming from, and she's gonna jiggle the handle. Did you guys lock the door?
There's a sock on the door.
Oh my god, all of them? And then Gwen has this moment of like jealousy, and she's like, she knocks.
It's the Trig Lady gif again. Just how would that work?
I mean,
She like opens the door slowly.
yeah.
Oh,
like,
you guys are doing cult shit, aren't you?
She's like, is in a magic circle. Caelum's on the bed with a bunch of books. Cori's got her sword out, and it's like kind of pointed at Blake.
Mhm.
And she just turns and smiles.
If it helps, Blake's shirtless.
Oh, what are we doing?
The green death.
Yeah, it's still just shimmering again. It's starting to peter
can't read
away.
it.
Caelum can.
Right?
Yeah, Caelum's just like pointing at that, like, we should talk about that later, if that's okay with you.
So how is everyone else's night? Her hair is just like way rattier than normal. She's like all red.
All right.
Probably not near as exciting as yours.
Before they had headed back, Caelum would have asked the proprietress how much the time spent with Titania would have costed, and he's gonna hand Gwen the gold back.
What is this for?
I can put two and two together after a while. Thanks, Gwen, but
No, dude. It's all for you. And I like shove it back and I sit on the
no. Gwen, thank
What?
you, but nothing happened.
What? Well, like what? Okay, hold on. Pause. Are we good? I point to the people in the circle of nonsense on the floor.
What do you mean?
I think we just ended.
Like, I know, I'm just saying, I'm making sure that, like, there's no, like, residual shit from this that we need to deal with before I deal with that.
Cori looks down at like the green symbol floating off of his chest and says, "Are we good?"
I think eventually this does fade away.
Yeah, and you can see it's beginning to kind of like peter down.
I can turn for shits and giggles.
Turn what?
Beans?
Oh.
Into what?
I think as long as I wear this, and I'll pull out the archangelic necklace. I think as long as I wear this, I should be fine.
Right. Okay. Hold that. She's gonna sheathe her sword.
Gwen is just taking in Blake for a second, and then she... Alright, so, what do you want to tell me what happened in secret? Or is this something that's going to be, like, a long story? Caelum?
I got mail, but also
Woo!
anyway, no, just thank you. I picked up what she put down after a while, but
Physically?
no,
Oh.
more like
Caelum
thanks.
set boundaries, and she respected them.
I
Well,
just,
that's good.
yeah, they're nice about that here. I
Mhm.
just, thanks, Gwen, but I'm not ready for that kind of thing.
Fair enough. We can't all be as freewheeling as
You?
the rest of us.
Oh,
Me,
okay.
just me. She kind of looks down.
He walks over and just like ruffles her hair. And then
It's very matted and wet and gross.
I regret everything about
Her hair sticks to his hand for a second.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like,
Oh no.
Oh, sorry. You might want to wash your hand.
Yeah.
"Man want to wash everything."
Yeah, don't go in that room, Cori. I'm just gonna take that room for me. Okay, if we're all okay with that.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I stay in the lobby all the time anyway.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So I thought it's fine.
Yeah,
Just-
okay.
I just cracked the window before I left, so we're good.
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't want
It's-
to think about it.
It's a must. It's a smell that you just kind of gotta.
Right up until this moment, Cori was looking so smug for various reasons.
Pass. Large amounts of pass.
The moment is ruined.
Sorry.
And it is at that point where you guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves, figuring out what you would like to do for the evening. When you feel a very quick rush of cold sweep by, and you can see that there are little snowflakes that kind of billow up and then fall gently to the ground, and you can hear sleigh bells just ring very quickly, and then they're gone.
I grabbed
Not again.
Why? 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 What's going on?
And as
Don't
you
touch me.
guys
Close right now.
and as you guys look around, you can see that they're sitting on the bed where it was almost directly outside all of your vision. You can see that there are wrapped up in wolf skins are 4 individual presents, these large boxes, and they each have a tag, and on that tag it has each of your names outlined onto the present box. And so that is where we are going to end it for the evening.
People don't get to know.
If you're a patron, you get to know.
Yay!
So, for Nights in the Courtyard, we are going to be opening up them gifts, so that way you guys can read the letters that each of you wrote out to each other on these gifts themselves. And then, if you would like to talk about what you received next week, you most certainly can. But Hana Cori was originally a patrons-only kind of deal, so we ended up opening it up to the public. But if you want to know what they ended up opening up, you should check out our Patreon. So I will post a link in our Discord chat if that interests anybody to find out what they got. So, but that's the end of the show for tonight. So let's start off with some sign-offs. RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Sorry. Hey, I'm RJ here on the show, where you can find me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about some nerdy things and how my day is going, and how toppling internet economy is not part of dating plans. You can also find me on the Tuesday show as your boy Hubris, and starting on the 24th on Saturday on Pro Restarter's stream, Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me more content. I want it. All right. Speaking of getting more content, LB, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp. I play Gwen, who's learning that maybe not everyone wants to have sex, which is a weird concept to her. And tomorrow night I'll be playing Tuesday nights. Sorry, I'll be playing Ghost in our on this channel, Indoor Adventure. And on Sunday I am starting playing a character named Abigail in a Fate system on Encounter Roleplays. And I'm playing, as a little inside, I'm playing the nerdy bookworm. So, and then the week after that I will be starting on Friday nights, playing on Pro Restarter's channel in the Birthright campaign as a Boromir-ish trident-wielding badass.
Just don't like have the same end that Boromir had. That's all we ask.
We're hoping.
Listen,
We're hoping.
LB, just don't be Sean Bean.
I know. I'm not Sean Bean. I'm a chick, so it's all good.
All right. Cyberwolf, where can we find you? What do you do?
Well, you can find me at Cyberwolf1201 on the Twitterverse, where I shitpost and talk about what I'm doing, which usually involves whenever I stream on twitch.tv/Cyberwolf1201, where I play video games badly and talk about lore, and I don't know, eventually I might do other stuff, maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
You can find a whole bunch of links there, like to my YouTube, and if you subscribe to my Discord. But yeah, on my YouTube, you can find a whole bunch of video on demand stuff, including a podcast that Kyle with an N and I do. Let's Talk About It, where we get drunk and talk about it. Maybe there's more stuff coming there soon. Stay tuned. But for other RPG stuff, you can find me for 2 more weeks on Saturdays on Pro Restarter's channel, where, I mean, if you got a lot of the Dragon King here, I'm playing a character in there who's pretty much the Dragon Princess. So.
She's the Dragon Queen. Yes.
Praise Tiamat.
Praise Tiamat. Not sponsored by Tiamat, but could be.
Praise Tiamat.
Praise Tiamat.
Yay!
Hey, Tiamat, if you're listening.
Hey, Tiamat, if you're listening,
spon-
you could sponsor
Sponsored by
us.
Tiamat.
Sponsored by Tiamat.
Yeah, so you can find me there for a couple more weeks. Saturdays, noon Central Time. You can also check out Open for Adventure, who I just realized changed their schedule, and now they're streaming on Monday nights as well. That's cool. They still got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and you should still check them out. Yeah, I think that's it. This is not anything that I'm a part of at all, but if you're on Twitch and like watching Twitch, Games Done Quick is going on this week, and they're raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. You should check them out.
Do it. Please help raise money for Prevent Cancer, because our government is shut down and they're not doing it. So it's up to the people. It's up to the nerds.
Guys, we should just make a new government.
We should just make a new government. It'll be fine.
Blackjack.
With black and hookers. We already had hookers in this game. But is there blackjack in the city of boats?
I'm sure. Have you been to any like riverboat casinos?
No, because I'm from Oregon. I have none. All right, and Danae, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. It redirects to my Tumblr, which is also my portfolio, which is the word that I was trying to say. I do commissions and I do drawings for all of our games, except for this one, because I'm just off the ball today and like doing D&D stuff instead, like writing special spell lists for Coriander. Anyway, that's me. You can find me there. I drew a picture of a Into the Spider-Verse OC recently. She's cool. Her name is Orb Weaver.
She's so cute.
Go check that out.
I love it. And I am the Indoor Adventurer. If you have come this far, you probably already know that by now. But if you didn't, hey, what's up? Let's party sometime. And by party, I mean, did you know that by subscribing on Twitch, possibly using your Amazon Prime free Twitch sub, you can come and join our Discord, which is really awesome. It's very active. It's a very fun place to be. There's also the Patreon, which I write a dungeon or a module every month just from music that I listen to or other inspirations that I get, and I post that up there. So if you're looking for cheap modules to get into, you can check me out on Patreon, which is really cool. I'm also here on Twitch at twitch.tv/theindoor-adventurer. There is YouTube, also the Indoor Adventurer. If you are looking for us on an audio cast, we are at indooradventures.podbean.com, or there is itunes.com. I think it's iTunes still, or if it's Apple. If you look up on podcasts on your iPhone, Indoor Adventures, we are there. If you were looking for us on Stitcher, we are also there at indoor/adventures. It's a good time. And also, as part of the new year, we are hopefully going to be putting out more content for you guys. So that will include things such as recaps. So all of you people who are joining in us now will know what the hell we are talking about. And then we're going to start doing them week by week and hopefully get that churned out and into the mix of other content for you guys to come out and enjoy. So from the bottom of my heart, I would like to say thank you to all of my players for taking the time out of their weeks to do these 4 keeps and water deeps, and thank you to all you viewers who come by and help validate our game by sticking around and making us feel like it's worth it. So thank you to everybody, and we are going to go into the Knights in the Courtyard chat. So for patrons and other members of the Discord, write us questions. What would you like for us to answer? And we will do that in our after show, which is going to start immediately after this. So we will see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Indoor thinks he has stuff to do tonight.